Yo, today we are discussing an investment into your dreams and goals, the most important investment. Now, this was a newsletter post I published on the 5th of January, so we're catching up slowly to the present time. And in the first paragraph of this post, I give credit to Ichiro Oda, which we'll get into why. My favorite anime is One Piece. I stand true to that. And one of my favorite things about the show is Luffy's drive to accomplish his dream to become king of the pirates. Throughout the show, he is challenged and faces many adversities in his journey to accomplish his goals. His sense of conviction and sense of purpose is very inspiring for me and others to invest time into our own dreams and goals. So the entire story is about this character Luffy trying to achieve this goal of being the king of the pirates. So it's based around his goal and his conviction and his desire to accomplish this goal he set for himself. And I think Ichiro Oda, who's the author of this manga and the show, he portrays it in such a good way. Like the conviction of someone to continue to go no matter what it takes to continue to push towards something that matters to them is very inspiring for someone else. And in my case, is very inspiring. Seeing someone that's, even if it's just a fictional character, seeing someone that's very driven towards something, it inspires something in me to be more driven towards my goals and my dreams. Now, if you do not invest time into your dreams and goals, you'll feel like you are missing something in your life, leading to you feeling lost and lacking direction. Now, if you can relate to this in any way, post something in the comment section, share any of your experiences of feeling lost and lacking direction, because I know I've felt that before. Finding something I'm passionate about and then working towards that is the easiest way for me to feel fulfilled with my actions in my life. So we're going over that feeling of mission. That having a sense of mission is something that really starts to take the center of your life and give you an anchor to be like, yeah, I know if I lose track in certain places, I know where my center is. I have a mission to accomplish in life, and it's one of the strongest feelings of fulfillment and focus, because you know that you have something you need to accomplish and you have set it for yourself because you feel that it is very important to you. When I know what my purposes are, I can lead a life with conviction and intention. So these two key things about conviction and intention, it really gets you very confident in what you want to achieve, and that confidence will direct you in a more fulfilled and more purposeful life, honestly. And this is really about dedicating time to understanding your passions and interests and what you can make out of it. So it's about dedicating that time to understand what can I do with what I'm passionate about. What can I find out about my interests? How can I make that into a lifelong goal or something that can occupy me for the next year or decade? The times where in my life where I felt lost and sad were the times where I did not look into what I was passionate about and blame my surroundings for my lack of work and self-investment. So that characteristic of blaming my surroundings for the things I did. And if you agree with that, put an experience you had in the comments. And that feeling of you don't have accountability or responsibility, so you start pointing fingers at everyone else except for you. You forget to point at the main person there. Now, however, I was not taking accountability for my own thoughts and actions, but when I did, that's the key thing, when I did, everything changed in a positive way. So when I started to take accountability over my life, that's when things started to change positively, because I saw it through the lens of I am responsible for my actions and I can change my thoughts and actions. It took time to shift my thoughts and actions positively, but they are effective and memorable for me today. So those low points where I turned it into something positive are very memorable moments for me now. And although I might not remember where I was, when it was, I remember the feeling that I got from it. And that's another thing. If you ever had a point in your life where you turned something positively, do you remember that feeling? Even if you don't remember the location or the time, do you remember that feeling that you had? Share that in the comments below. So, the investment in your dreams and goals are key to your happiness and sense of fulfillment, right? That's a good question. And it made me think of the quote I seen in Iron Man, where Robert Downey Jr. he portrays Iron Man in a good way, where he's portrays Tony Stark, and I think he's talking to his girlfriend or his wife, and he says, "I finally know what I have to do." And it's that sense of conviction and intention behind your actions that is indicative of how passionate you are about your dream and your purpose and your goals. And it's that level of confidence in what you have to do is what will inspire people around you to do the same kind of things, or have that same conviction about what they're doing. Now, then here's the caveat. If that is the case, and this is so much fulfillment, then why do people still feel sad when pursuing what they are passionate about? Now, I say that this could be due to many factors, and you can make an entire list of what could cause someone sadness and depression. It could be something that's medical, like psychological for the person. It could be factors that, for example, they're not pursuing what they really are passionate about, or it could be their surroundings. And you can list 1,000 different things, and even more than that. But as I say, I'm not saying this is the end all be all to your happiness in this life, but it is one of the most vital factors to promoting positive mental health. It's just because it's not the all-in-one solution does not mean you should not consider using it and investing time into it. I would argue that it's one of the most vital things that you should spend time working on. There are many things that can affect you positively and negatively, so my recommendation is to not be too focused on the reasons why you shouldn't invest time into your passions, but try it out for yourself and learn through experience how you feel, rather than being sucked into theoretics and hypotheticals and getting into the over. The over, I quote, it's the over analyzing, overthinking, just thinking about things too much and not acting. You get into an analysis paralysis mode where you freeze up because you're thinking about so much. Just take your first step without too much thinking behind it, and things will follow. As for how you invest time into your dreams and goals, which we haven't discussed yet, I have written in my previous newsletters how to start, and I plan on writing about this in more detail in the future. Now, essentially, before I get on to that point, on the last point, just take things one step at a time. Just lead with the action, and hopefully things will follow for you. As for how you should start pursuing learning about this so-called dreams or passions or goals you should be chasing in your life, I've written about it before, and I've written about it after this. I made a lot of videos that relate around this topic of being fulfilled in life, and there are many resources outside of like me. There's so many places you can look. So don't let the how stop you. You've got the what. Try it out first in a way that you can just think of it your own way, and then after that improve from your first attempt at figuring out what you have to do in your life. Thank you.